चाओ दोस्तों। सॉरी वो थोड़े प्रीवियस स्ट्रीम में थोड़ा इशू आया था, सो जस्ट स्टार्टिंग अ न्यू स्ट्रीम. Bologna lining up 4-2-3-1 as you saw. Skorupski in goal. Lewis Ferguson is back in the middle of park, and Dalinga starts up top. Endoy and Dominguez out wide. You have Castro's on the bench. Ealing Jr. is on the bench. Roma, meanwhile, line up in the same way as Roma lined up in the derby. No changes from the Roma Lazio lineup by Ranieri, Endika, Hummels, Mancini, and of course Villar in goal. Wing backs पे Angelino है, Salamakers. In the middle you have Paredes, Manucone, and up top you have Artem Dobic flanked by Lorenzo Pellegrini and Paulo Di Pala. Lewis Ferguson back from a long-term ACL injury. Roma wearing the away kit, which is less said the better about it. Bologna, meanwhile, are in the Rosso Blue. वेरी वेरी अमेजिंग स्टेडियम यार. रेनाडो डेलारा बहुत ही यूनिक स्टेडियम है. जो उसका क्लॉक टावर है बहुत ही फेमस है. वन ऑफ द मोस्ट गुड लुकिंग स्टेडियम्स इन इटली फॉर श्योर. And you saw the dressing room, especially of Bologna. It looks like the interior of a spaceship, like I'd mentioned. So crowd is in. It looks like a very very fantastic, atmosphere out there. And जैसे ये सेरिया वीकेंड में थोड़े गोल्स कम रह चुके हैं. You saw that Milan drew against Cagliari 1-1. The Derby del Mole between Torino and Juventus ended in a draw 1-1. You had Inter winning just by a goal to nil earlier today. So goals की कमी है. Ayush Bhai in the house. Bologna is an exciting team nonetheless. Of course, man. Very, very tricky team, especially away from home for any team. And Vincenzo Italiano has kind of finally got hold of his best starting 11. Remember, he just moved in from the summer. Roberto Mancini is in attendance. The moment of silence is for Fabio Cudicini. He was an ex Roma and Milan goalkeeper, father of Carlo Cudicini, former Chelsea goalkeeper. अगर आपको याद रहेगा, if you have lived through my era, you would remember Carlo Cudicini from Chelsea. His father passed away recently, so he was a goalkeeper as well for both Roma and Milan back in the 80s. Fabio Cudicini. So, moment of silence for him, and we almost have kickoff. Tough game, but Roma need this win, boys. After an exciting derby win, I think it's going to be this needs a follow-up performance between now and uh, till the end of the season, because we are still 10th. तो वो 10th place से हम लोग को ऊपर आना है for sure. And we have kickoff. Dai Roma, dai ragazzi, andiamo, come on, come on. Mancini goes back to Svilar. Bologna already putting pressure over there with the high press as Endika clears the ball into touch. Ajay bhai, abhi Man United or Arsenal dekh raha ho. I think it has gone to extra time. So I was hoping that Arsenal would score a penalty or just get a result so that आप लोग सभी ये stream में आओ. But it's going to go on for 30 minutes more. Of course, it's going to be a good game. Love from Africa, love right back at you. Oof, Bologna already in with an early chance. Ooh, free header. ओहो भाई साहब, ये लाइव स्ट्रीम में ना मुझे थोड़ा सुख और संपत्ति चाहिए, क्योंकि जितने भी लाइव स्ट्रीम में, आई थिंक अपार्ट फ्रॉम a couple of games, all the live streams that watch alongs that we have done have been Roma losses or Roma draws. So आज बस चैन की नींद दे दो यार. Here comes Manu Kone with the ball. Early chance for Bologna there. Dobbik holds up well. Here's Pellegrini, Angelino. You see the Bologna players have been given instructions to press high up the pitch, and with that, Roma concede possession. So you see, Italiano has prepared the team in that fashion. Here come Bologna again. Good work. Almost getting past there. Manukone, unfortunately, unable to start a counter for Roma. As Bologna recycle possession back onto them. Good early pressure from Bologna, as they are the team who started brighter. One really big chance for them up tak, and that came almost in the first minute. So you can imagine Roma still wanting to play out from the back. Endika, Paulo Dybala dropping in deep over there. No way ahead for Angelino, who has to go back, and Roma go all the way back to Svilar, Mancini to Salamakers. Good pass and play from the centre back and the right wing back. Dobbik this time dropping deep and helping out, but Roma still in their own half. That's a good ball from Pellegrini. Here's Angelino, first time into Bologna's half. Good takedown. Here's Dobbik. Good interplay from Roma. Salamakers out wide. Cross in the box is blocked. Salamakers will play the ball right back to Swilar. But first time Roma getting forward into Bologna's half. Quite a decent build up, I should say. Good combination play from Angelino and Dobbik. Roma just testing out Bologna and the waters of the years. Hummels back to Swilar. Swilar with a very risky pass, and Paredes just gets the ball out in time. Here's Max Hummels, Pellegrini, Dobbik unable to collect that pass as Bologna get the ball back. Yeah, आप देख रहे हो this set of play has been now Ranieri's trademark. The way that Roma are slowly building out of the back. It is slow, but it's been effective. It takes time, and I think if you know, Italiano should have actually now thoda or continued with that pressing. We are just into the fifth minute of the game. I think a high press in the early times, like between minute 1 to 10, would yield a result for them because Roma a little slow coming out of their blocks. So a high press probably will get Bologna possession back and maybe even create half a chance. But थोड़ा अभी दिख रहा है within 5 minutes that the game has just settled down a bit. The long ball is for nobody as that will be Roma's ball. Swilar happy to play it out to Hummels, keeping the ball moving. And Dika back to Swilar, Dybala. Oof. That is a foul. That is a foul on Salamakers. Salamakers has been a very good addition here to Roma. I think it is about time that Roma, do the deal of Salamakers and Tammy Abraham. Abraham, I think, probably deserves to stay at Milan, and Salamakers hopefully, should come along to Roma. And I think that is what both the players want. I think Tammy also wants to stay in Milan, and Salamakers wants to come and it's gone the other way. I'm sorry. Salamakers has been adjudged for a handball. It's a free kick for Bologna that's in the box, but doesn't cause any problem for Roma. मेरे को लगा कि Salamakers को foul किया तो free kick दिया था. That is how it looked, but apparently that's not the case. Half a chance for Bologna, not cleared by Roma, and almost spin ball in the Roma box. Jens Odgaard, Paredes arguing with the referee, but that's poor defending from Roma though. I should have been offside, yes. I think that made sense. Should have been offside, but nevertheless, Hummels with a lazy foot. Okay, the offside has been given, thank God. Yep, free kick to Roma. Swilar just gingerly walking to take it, trying to just slowly kill off the game. I think this is Ranieri's plan. I think this looks all set for a classic 1-0 away job, but ऐसा लग रहा है. प्लान तो ये है, बट एग्जीक्यूशन में देखा जाएगा कि हाउ वेल कैन रोमा एग्जीक्यूट इट. But from what it looks like, the instruction is to soak up and absorb the pressure and hit Bologna when they're a little tired on the break, surprise them. But here come Bologna with the initiative as they win. Now it's a goal kick. Looking for a corner, and very, very pacey winger. And Angelino defends that well. And Endoy, the last touch was from Endoy. Very, very good winger. Watch out. I think he would be a perfect addition to a Premier League team. Maybe the likes of Brentford, Aston Villa could buy him. Fulham, for that matter, doing very well. Brighton. ये सारे क्लब्स के प्रोफाइल में अच्छा प्लेयर एंडो है. Plays for Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very risky ball there out from Paredes. And a Trivella from Angelino, as Pellegrini can't control it. Skorupsi sends the ball into orbit. Very good touch from Dybala, who's dropped in deep with the midfield. There he is, Paulo Dybala. Just trying to influence the game a bit. Here's Paredes. Oof, well done by Paredes. जब उसको खेलना रहता है Paredes को, he plays really well. And the ball did not have enough power on it, commentators cause. Here comes Dominguez and Bologna. Hummels with the first block. Here's Lewis Ferguson onto Remo Freuler, another Swiss player. As the cross is blocked by Angelino. Oof. A shot from in the box, saved by Swilar. Not necessarily going in, but Swilar did not know that. Yeah, foul throw lag raha tha, the way that Bologna took the throw. But nevertheless, a lot of space in the box, and Swilar just reacting to that and conceding a corner. So good ball in the box. Well defended by Roma. Not fully cleared. Should be now. Yes, Paredes. And that should be Mile Sular's ball. As Roma quench a Bologna attack over there. Suja Lenka has given a 2-1 prediction. किसके लिए भाई? I think Bologna are the home team, so I think you're going for a Bologna win. Shivam is in the house. Just finished watching Atleti. Now to Roma. Thank you for joining in, man. I was watching United Arsenal before this. It's gone into extra time, I'm hearing. And uske pehle I was watching a bit of Genoa versus Parma earlier in the day. Here come Bologna though. Endoy again. Endoy looking for a shot. Blocked by Endika. Stood up like a wall. Ball out to Dobik. Excellent. Good turn by Dobik. Holds the ball up really well. Spreads the ball. Here's Zolo Pellegrini. Manu Kone. It's Dybala actually. Dybala on the left and the ball. Did not have enough venom in it into the box. Paulo Dybala. Great play from Dobik there. Held up the ball well. Good turn and spread out the play, bringing Pellegrini into play. Pellegrini just sorry Dybala into play. Pellegrini just was behind, and Dybala had left it out, drifted out onto the left. He'll lose Ferguson, Odegaard, and Roma win the ball back. Angelino, Dybala, Pellegrini. The ball has got a little too much for Dobik to chase. थोड़ा सा वेट ऑफ द पास में गलती था. Vikes is in the house. How are you doing, Vikes? I am doing well. Evan Endika, boys. Evan Endika is the wall. What do you think his value would be right now? Write in the comments below. How much do you think that Endika is worth? And if a club had to come and offer a transfer sum for him, how much do you think that bid would be? Comments पे लिखना. Ivan Endika, Ivory Coast International. That looks off. Play goes on, and now that is off. Yeah, clear offside here on that. Napoli wants Garnacho. How that Napoli doesn't want Garnacho. Conte wants Garnacho. But at the end of the day, you know who decides. 15 मिलियन बोल रहा है इवान एंडिका के लिए. यार 15 मिलियन तो बहुत कम है. वो इंग्लिश प्रीमियर लीग टीम्स के लिए 15 मिलियन इज छुट्टा. Salamakos, Dobbik using his body there really well, holding up the ball. Roma with the possession for a bit. 35-45. Vikes तू तो ऐसा bidding war कर रहा है, तू price increase करते जा रहा है. But I think 50 million odd for Evan Endika would be a good sum to receive. It's a foul on Pellegrini. Yeah, it's a foul. मैक्स किलमैन जो वुल्स का प्लेयर है था और जो इस साल वेस्ट हैम गया, वो 45 मिलियन के लिए गया. तो यू कैन इमेजिन मैक्स किलमैन. Evan Endika तो is I would say a way better defender, but then of course no English Premier League tax. Yeah, 40-45 million is a fair deal, Shivam. But given the market situation, the way that the market is there, I feel if a good offer comes in the upper region of 50 million, then Roma should look at selling him. Here's Manu Kone. Salamanca is trying to put in a low cross, but that's been blocked off by Lewis Ferguson, captain of Bologna. Where to watch El Clasico? El Clasico is on Fan Code, the app. We want to sell Arau for 65 million. I don't think so. Arau को इसमें बेचेंगे. You are going to get him for a cheaper price. Ravi Joshi in the house. Decent start by both teams. You can see the intent that Bologna have had. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया at the start of the stream, I think Italiano should have attacked a bit more. Swilar under pressure, but clears the ball away. Dobbik in a battle with both Bologna centre backs. Arsenal performance gave me sleepless nights. Yeah, the Odegaard penalty miss was pretty interesting, I should say, as a neutral for me. Good game, especially in the second half. 29 pass in fan code for today. Yeah, I think it's a match pass भी आपको मिल जाएगा El Clasico specific match pass. Here come Bologna and Dominguez. Defended well by Salamakers and then Manu Kone. Roma, but do not get the ball out of danger. That should be Swilar's ball. It is. UA will get him for 30-40 million. Yeah, yeah. At least UA तो वैसे ही करेगा यार. हाँ यार, Calafiori is injured. I think Arsenal के लिए तो काफी इंजरीज है. Not good to see, man. I really wish that Richie is back fit again. Dobbik does well. Dybala brings it down, and that should be a foul on him. Good play from Dobbik. Shivam is going for a 2-1 prediction. Dybala 2 and Lukuvi 2. Obviously, the Latin America connection is there to be seen. I don't mind even if Paredes scores another one, Shivam. Maza aega. Ravi is like, Bologna sold us two perennially injured players, Tomiyasu and Calafiori. Now I want Roma to crush them. यार इंजरीज के बारे में कुछ नहीं कर सकते. It's unfortunate that a player gets injured. Yeah, it's really really unfortunate. I miss old charismatic Dybala. Why? You see Dybala last 4-5 games, he's been very charismatic. This is a new Dybala. The charisma is still there. There's Lukumi heading the ball back to Skorupski. That should be Roma's ball. Claudio Fenucci in the house. Salamakers को चाहिए यार. Salamakers has been quite a revelation at Roma. He was, to be fair, very good at Bologna last year as well. So I don't mind if we get him, and if we can send Tammy Abraham the other way, win-win for everybody. The ref is calling Mancini and Dominguez, giving them a fair warning. Mancini getting a bit handsy with Dominguez over there. This is very old school Italian defending by Mancini. Yeah, जो मिलान नापोली का मैच हुआ था, you're right. But Salamaca's का best time in Italy was last year at Bologna under Thiago Motta. So he really did well. It's a foul on Pellegrini. Ah, come on, yaar. Foul given the other way. बहुत ये इवन मैं फर्स्ट हाफ में देखा यूनाइटेड आर्सेनल में द रेफरी वाज जस्ट गिविंग fouls for just absolute innocuous things, man. The game has gone too soft. Barca will win today with clean sheet. Remember, goes Vikes. I don't know. If I had to put any kind of prediction right now, I would put for a Real Madrid win, considering that they've been having a decent period in 2025. I would go for Real win later tonight. Lose Ferguson and Odegaard misplaces his pass. Throw into Roma. Ravi, I don't know what Milan are planning. It's a very Charles de Ketelare situation because Salamakers is not in their plans, in their current plans at least. So लोन तो कर ही जा रहे हैं एंड आई थिंक ये इस साल हो जाएगा उसका because Roma are looking to buy him permanently and yeah, they want to send Tammy the other way, so it should be this year. Yes, Pellegrini with the ball to Angelino. Decent switch of play. First time attempt by Angelino. He still keeps the ball, but then loses it. So good breakaway chance for Roma, and yaar, Pellegrini's trailing leg catching Endoy over there. Minimal touch, but as I said, Endoy was looking for that. Pellegrini pleading that he made no contact. Contact to tha, halka sa. And that's how the cookie goes in this game. Here's Manu Kone. Salamakers chips the ball, trying to find Dybala in space, but it's an easy interception for Bologna. Milan should get Rashford. Looks difficult because Rashford ka salary itna high hai. Italian clubs have no money. So unless he takes a huge wage cut, or if Man United pay a decent amount of his wages, then Milan or any other Italian club would be, in for Rashford. But अगर permanent transfer की बात करें तो I don't think so. Um, it's a realistic possibility for any Serie A club. As you can see, Ranieri has told the team not to press high. Bologna को invite कर रहे कि आओ. You can see Dobbik and Dybala almost holding their line, and Skorupski and the Bologna players को वो incentive दिया जा रहा है कि start the game. So So this is where I think this is a very classic battle, right? Ranieri with a very, very old school Italian tactic. And then you have Vincenzo Italiano, who's more, I would say, uh, his incentive is to attack more. His style of play is to attack more, especially if you saw his Fiorentina team. Absolutely right, Shivam. That's exactly what I was talking about with Ranieri's Roma, just sitting back, not really pressing high up, giving the initiative for Bologna to come and play. And this is the classic Serie A chess match that you see with tacticians like Ranieri, with tacticians like Gasperini and Atalanta. Although they play a different game, but nevertheless, it's classic Italian style that you'll see. An Italiano, obviously a young manager comparatively to Ranieri, and his teams have known to be playing champagne football, especially Fiorentina. तो उसको इंसेंटिव है कि आके try to create something. See, Pellegrini is just about giving their Dobic, now closing in. हल्का सा रोमा का pressing has improved in this spell. It's a handball. Are you happy with the lineup? Yeah, of course I'm happy with the lineup. This is the lineup that did so well against Lazio, so I think it made sense for Ranieri to stick with it. And we'll see how the game progresses, if there any changes have to be made or not. Ranieri is not the one who fears for a change. Yes, Angelino with the ball into the box. And Dika. Ranieri को tinker man कहा जाता है. He loves to make some changes, and if things aren't going his way, I don't think so he'll be afraid to make those changes. This looks like mostly it is happening भाई. इन लोग सैलामैकस को लेने वाले देने वाले हैं, टैमी को रखने वाले, तो ये होने वाला है, because Tammy also wants to stay at Milan and Salamakers wants to stay at Roma. That should be Swila's ball. Yeah, Ranieri को टिंकरमैन इसलिए बोलते हैं. I remember in a Derby della Capitale, Ranieri removed both De Rossi and Totti at halftime, and Vucinic scored 2 goals in the second half, and Roma won the game. So, Tinkerman for a reason. He did that in Leicester also with when he removed Vardy and Mahrez once. He also did at Chelsea when he removed who was it? दो जन को निकाला था रैनियरी ने. Was it Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank and Zola? दो जन को निकाल के उसने. So he's known as a Tinkerman. Here come Bologna with Endoy and Mancini, just old school defending. हाँ, यार ये पुराना जोकर है अभी. the other guy who looks like a bit like Ranieri. Look at that, just getting your body in the way of the ball. This is defending 101. मैं अपने कोचिंग सेशंस में यही सिखाता हूँ. ऐसे ही डिफेंड करो तुम. Just you don't have to be the most, you know, capable defender. You just need to use your brain and defend well. अभी मैं बंद कर दिया. मेरा एकेडमी था. कोविड के बाद मैंने एकेडमी बंद कर दिया. बट आई यूज्ड टू कोच अंडर 17, अंडर 19 का टीम. And I used to also coach under 8, under 10 sometimes. But I had a whole team. I had a full setup. मेरा academy था खुद का. But कोविड के बाद मैंने बंद कर दिया. कोविड में ही एक्चुअली बंद किया. तो मैंने सी लाइसेंस तक किया हुआ है. सो oh, dangerous ball by Bologna as Roma defended away. And there is a collision between Mancini and Odegaard, is it? Dangerous ball into the box. Mancini getting there first. Cristante is beyond coachable, my friend. Brian Cristante is Brian Cristante. If he gets a transfer bid from a Premier League club, take it. I'll personally drop him to England. Svilar, Salamakos, Bologna get the ball back. Building up from the back for Bologna. Will it be wrong to call Roma as Arsenal of Serie? To kitna, what is your age? Because in the early 2000s, Roma were known as the Arsenal of Serie, finishing second so many times. Oof, Odegaard and Dalinga, unfortunately for Bologna, not able to link up. Here's Hummels coming ahead with the ball. There has to be a foul somewhere, but the ref waves play on. Here's Paulo Dybala cutting in on his favorite left foot under pressure and does really well. Paredes trying to find a ball. So the ball is yeah, almost. Dobbik getting almost in. Decent build-up play from Roma. Good switch of play from Dybala. Paredes with the outside of his boot and थोड़ा सा lucky था, but the deflection almost fell Dobbik's way. And Dobbik was sizing up the opportunity on his favorite left foot. But great defending there. Great defending from Bologna. It's a corner for Roma though. And it's going to be Lorenzo Pellegrini to take it. Fewest goals conceded in the first 30 minutes. Bologna are one of them. Yes, Pellegrini. Outswinger coming in. It's a weak ball, but Bologna don't clear it away. Yes, Dybala. Dybala trying to get on his favorite left foot. Yes, Paredes. And the shot is saved by Skorupski. It's another chance. Roma getting really close. Ball pinballing in the Bologna box. But that's a foul. Paredes is often staying deep as a pseudo center back, often transitioning into the back five to help Roma. Kone being slightly high to press and win and lose balls. Good structure. You got it spot on, Shivam. This is exactly what um, Ranieri has been doing since he's been, appointed as Roma coach, and you see the way that Paredes has been transformed into the player that he always, the player was always there. It really depended on his mood कि वो कभी turn up होगा कि नहीं. As Roma concede a corner, or is it no a goal kick given over there? Skorupski with some decent saves there. Pella shot from Paredes. That was a good save. And then Dybala and Dobic. Dybala ka shot was a slice actually from his left foot, and it had no pace or venom. And Dobic just trying to redirect it. He sliced it over there. It just came onto Dobic's head. Counts as a shot on target, but fairly straightforward save for Skorupski. The first save was quite a difficult one. The ball was swerving. Manukone draws a foul. You're 22. Wow, I feel quite old now. Uh, Lazio are not Tottenham here, क्योंकि you can't. So you can't really compare Lazio and Tottenham. It's you can't compare actually English clubs and Italian clubs. बहुत अलग-अलग है. Um, and थोड़ा politically Lazio are I would say Roma are a little more politically same with Tottenham and Arsenal, because Tottenham and Arsenal both have working class populations. Lazio have posh fans. So if I had to compare a certain section of fans with Lazio versus the English counterpart, it would be Fulham, because Fulham have got a lot of posh fans. Here's Salamakers. Dybala, decent flick. Salamakers. Roma players asking for a penalty, but the ref has waved play on. Here's Angelino trying to find a ball to Pellegrini. Disguised pasta, but didn't work out. And that's a foul from Pellegrini. Ref will definitely have a look at it again. The incident in the box. It was Salamakers who went down. Still down. थोड़ा सा concern है over him. That is Pellegrini drawing the foul out on home. But here's a chance. Salamakers outside of the boot. हाँ, थोड़ा सा contact था, but उफ, and क्या Salamakers को serious injury हुआ? No, I don't think so. That's the case. He is getting up. Decent play again, once again. Link up between Dybala and Salamakers. Just a coming together, not a penalty. I don't think so. That's a penalty. It'll be too harsh if a pen is given. Both players trying to go for the ball, and Salamakers just getting caught over there. Play continues. Yeah, Lazio are a historic club, Ravi. So yeah, you can't compare the English and Italian clubs. So here's Dybala with the right foot, and that's a chance once again for Roma. Dybala did score from his right foot against Milan. This was a good chance. Good ball from Dobic. Dybala had more time यार, थोड़ा left में भी ले सकता था. He went for the shot, and that just ballooned over the bar. Best chance of the game so far, and that is a glorious chance miss for Roma. Disappointing. ये सब लाइव स्ट्रीम पे ही होता है यार. जब मैं लाइव स्ट्रीम वॉच अलॉन्ग नहीं करता तभी रोमा play extremely well. Joking though. I hope that this is one of those live streams where there are only happy memories created after this. Roma defend that well. Decent last 10 minutes for Roma. You can say the best Roma have created in those 10 minutes in this game, but unfortunately not able to take advantage. Good chances. Paredes ka acha shot tha saved by Skorupski, and then Dybala on his right foot. Here's Ferguson to Dominguez. It's all the way back to Lukumi. See, very, very patient build up from Bologna, and this is something that they've been doing time and again this season, especially in the latter half. And as I say that, commentators curse. Freuler gives the ball away and possession back to Roma. Angelino का जो contribution रहा है, it's been underrated. He's been pretty decent in my opinion for Roma, going ahead and defending as well. Possession directly given back to Bologna, and that's a tame effort, very tame effort by Bologna and by Endoy. What's happened to Sule? Yeah, Sule has not settled in well at Roma. Of course, three managers, so I don't blame him. And his first big move, so it'll take time for him to get used to things. I just hope that Roma have patience and keep him because he is a long term objective as a Dybala replacement. So yeah, he needs to be in Roma's books for sure. Switch of play to Salamakos. Kone, man, so good under press. Love that guy. Absolutely, Shivam. Probably the transfer of our summer so far. It's been Manu Kone. Transfer of Roma's summer for sure has been Manu Kone. वो भी सोच लास्ट मतलब लिटरली लास्ट मिनट डील था because the Kevin Danso deal fell through. Roma immediately could splurge that money and get Manu Kone in. Here's Bologna with Odegaard, Ferguson. Once again, patient build up. All 10 men behind the ball for Roma as Andoy's cross is wild and that's gone out of play for a goal kick. This is a decent question. Enzo Lafay to Sunderland. आई थिंक इसका एक थियरी है मेरे पास में. इसका थियरी है कि जो स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर रोमा का गिसोल्फी हु ब्रॉट एंजो लफे टू रोमा, unfortunately it didn't work out for him, right? And it looks like Gisolfi is leaving the club in the summer. So if Sunderland get promoted, Roma will make a profit out of Enzo Lafay. And I think that was the only deal by any club given during January that made sense for Gisolfi to apparently do, you know, air his wrong. अगर आप ऐसे बोलो तो. So just a way, a goodbye gift that this was the club that was giving maximum money, so you take it and leave it. And Enzo Lafay को बोला कि 6 महीना तू खेल उधर, next year तो प्रीमियर लीग में खेलेगा if Sunderland do get promoted, which they have a very good chance to do so. So I think that is what it is. Here come Roma with Dobic, Angelino, Lorenzo Pellegrini. Oh, the ball in the center and no one over there. Dobic just going a bit too ahead for my liking. No one in the penalty spot rather, because that was the cutback from Pellegrini into the penalty spot. So यहाँ पे Bologna have to be wary of Roma's, you know, counters, because the minute that Roma win back possession deep in Roma's own half, they can counter like this with pace, with the likes of Manu Kone able to resist the press, bringing in Salamakers and Angelino, and of course Dybala and Dobic. Angelino plays the line to Dobic, who holds up the ball really well. Should have been a foul over there, but no. Lukumi and Dobic, good battle there. Very intense physical battle between both. Bologna with some space. and that's a corner. Yeah, Arsenal United have gone into penalties. I just saw that. Yeah, man, seriously, मजा आएगा. Sunderland, of course, पुरानी memories, बचपन के memories. So really would like to see Sunderland back in the Premier League along with Leeds United and Blackburn Rovers also, just for that, old time sake. It's a corner for Bologna. Roma to defend this. 4 minutes into half time. Roma clear the ball. Here come Bologna again. And that should be a goal kick for Roma. Aroa wants to leave. I really thought he will be a future captain. Yeah, आजकल ये मॉडर्न फुटबॉल में यार किसी के साथ डोंट develop that bond. um, it's not the same anymore. Roma playing out of the back once again. Manu Kone is fouled. Gavi's a bonder, he'll never leave. Hopefully not, man. Hopefully not. You want your youth academy products at least to have that loyalty, right? So United Arsenal has gone into penalties, so those Ferguson. Good defending by Angelino. Roma trying to start the counter. Dobic does extremely well. Super hold up play from Dobic. Dybala. Here comes Mancini to Salamakers, and he wins the corner. Good, decent counter from Roma. Miranda blocking a Salamakers cross into the box. And probably last chance of this first half for either teams, as lag raha hai, the way that this half has gone. Not many minutes to be added as stoppage. I think the ref will probably blow the whistle after this action. It is a corner for Roma, and Shivam is right. Final pass in that half, that final through ball has been missing. um, Cutting edge जो बोलते हैं वो missing है ये game में, especially from Roma. Is Pellegrini looks like another outswinger from Roma, and once again unable to clear the first man in the box. Probably go for a half time. I would say switch just to get Baldanzi on. I think थोड़ा सा एक pace आएगा रोमा के attack में. We'll see. Manu Kone with a hopeful ball that has gone out of touch. Should be half time though. Should be half time between Roma and Bologna. उसके बाद में मैं थोड़ा यूनाइटेड आर्सेनल भी देखूंगा as soon as the half time whistle is blown. Skorupski hits it long. 1 minute of stoppage time. Deep cross from home, but oof, Dominguez almost catching out Swiller on the near post. Kafi decent play, and that is Half time brings the ball on really well. Salamakers unfortunately got stuck, and Dominguez trying to surprise Villar from the near post. But that is half time. It is nil-nil between Bologna and Roma. The biggest chance of the half fell to Paulo Dybala on his right foot, and his shot blazing over the crossbar. Decent save from Skorupski, but Roma had a 10-minute spell where Roma should have and could have taken the lead, but as Shiva mentioned, that final pass has been missing. A cutting edge has been missing so far, and yeah, Shivam sums it up very well. चलो भी देखना ही पड़ेगा मेरे को. Arun is in the house, obviously, as I'm switching quickly to the United Arsenal game. देख रहे क्या होता है उसमें. अरे यार, ये सोनी लिव में पहले तो ऐड आता है. कितना बड़ा ऐड है. क्या चल रहा है. This is an accurate description by Shivam over there. Arun doesn't like anybody. हैवर्ड से मिस किया गया. अरे मेरा अभी भी ऐड चल रहा है. मोटिवेशन ऑन योर रिस्ट. एप्पल वॉच सीरीज 10. हाँ चलो चल. मूव इट मूव इट. Oh, it is a miss by Havertz. And I think Lenny Yoro scored 3-1 to United. Oof, advantage United, huh? Lenny Yoro. Raya just going too quickly here. थोड़ा सबर करता. Good finish though from Yoro. एकदम bottom corner. Declan Rice, I think, is coming up, right? Yep, he needs to score, man. Declan Rice score नहीं करेगा तो फिर Arsenal are in deep trouble. Rice scores. Oh, good penalty by Declan Rice. Quite a good penalty. Odegaard missed penalty we were bound to. Oh, yeah, that wasn't a penalty at all, to be very honest. I think justice was done over there. Very minimal contact. Lisandro Martinez, Licha versus David Raya. Licha scores again. Raya, he's just committing way too early here. I think he's just committing way too early. And you see the modern player is stopping and taking the penalty, right? So gives ample time for him to look where the keeper is going and sends it the wrong way. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ravi. It's looking very difficult for Arsenal to come back from this. बहुत difficult लग रहा है. Thomas Partey. To keep Arsenal in the game. Thomas Partey does score, and Arsenal are still in the game. But this could be it. If United score, they win. As simple as that. And who's going to be the fifth penalty taker for United? Oh, it's going to be Joshua Zirkzee, who was booed off just a few nights ago at home versus Newcastle, booed off by the home crowd. 30 minutes. Now, can he redeem himself by scoring this penalty that would send United into the next round? And he does. He does. It's Joshua Zirkzee with a penalty. And former Bologna man, like Arun mentioned, and that is Arsenal out of the FA Cup and United going through 10 men Man United. So काफी सही था. अरे रवि रुक जा भाई, बोलोनिया रोमा देख के जा. वॉच बोलोनिया रोमा एंड गो यार. Football is a funny game, man. 1 week ago, Joshua Zirkzee was getting booed by his home fans, and then a week later, you have him getting some kind of redemption at least. आप बोल सकते हो some kind of redemption by scoring the winning penalty. And क्या comments है यार. Arun के comments. Bologna are a good team. Italiano could be doing miles better, but us playing terrorism with Bologna. But he's playing terrorism. Yeah, Italiano is. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of Italiano personally, but yeah, I mean, Bologna this year, after all the incredible hard work done by Motta and whoever, uh, sort of this season has been a write-off for Bologna as well. Now they need to probably get into year two of Italiano. If they've given Italiano the keys of the house, trust him with and give him some time. Not a biggest fan, but you can't do anything. It was inevitable that Bologna would be without a lot of the players who helped them, to the Champions League, the likes of Joshua Zirkzee, Calafiori, and then Lewis Ferguson also out with an ACL, Motta leaving and going, Salamakas going. So it was inevitable that they would struggle. But yeah, Italiano, was he the best choice? If I felt कि अगर Sari was available, Bologna should have gone all out for Sari, because I think Sari would have continued the good job that Mota had done at Bologna. Can't imagine the scenes of Xerxes, Mr. Yeah. Whew. Thankfully, he did. Yeah, Arsenal fans obviously like Ravi resonating that fact. Disappointing game here. Very disappointing game. हाँ यार, ये थोड़ा सोशल मीडिया में लोग जाके कुछ भी बकचोदी करते हैं, सो शुड अवॉइड दैट. मिस किया तुम, you move on from that. It's sad. Bologna face Inter next. It's an away game for them. Inter at home to Bologna. रोमा का देखते हैं क्या फिक्चर्स है नेक्स्ट. पूरा इटर्नल सिटी दिखा रहे हैं उन लोग. रोमा फेस जेनोवा at home next. Yep. Genoa winning by a goal to nil against Parma earlier today. Patrick Vieira. So Roma facing Genoa next, followed by an away game to the Netherlands in the Europa League facing AZ Alkmaar. Then Udinese away, then Frankfurt at home, then Napoli at home, and then Venezia away. Eintracht Frankfurt, will they be without Omar Mormush by then? We'll wait and see. But yeah, an interesting game to Napoli also at home. Napoli presumably will be without Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, so देखा जाएगा. Why would Sari take a job at a tier 2 club when Roma, Lazio, Milan opportunities were all available? Yeah, Sari, to be fair, will only take a job when it's offered to him at the start of the season. He doesn't take up roles from the middle. So Lazio तो already उसने चक चुका है और उसने पछताया है. Milan have already gone the Conceição way, so that's not happening. Roma could yet happen, but I don't think so. It's going to happen in all seriousness. So what does that leave him with in Italy? He's not going to go back to Juve or Inter or whoever. So the only other club over there are maybe an Atalanta if Gasperini decides to move on, or a Bologna now. So yeah, I think it's pretty possible Bologna are playing in the Champions League this year. So it is quite a decent opportunity. Thank you, Shivam. थैंक यू सो मच। शेव करना बाकी है, कल शेव हो जाएगा, विल बी बैक टू माय लुक ऑफ द handlebar mustache. So it's going to come back. It's just that I haven't shaved for a couple of days. I was out of town actually. I'd gone for some work outside of Mumbai, so didn't have a chance to shave. Just came back earlier today. We are a point behind Napoli with a game in hand. Atlanta being, यार अटलांटा का कुछ लक कुछ और ही है अरुण यार. You saw the game. Alexis Sanchez should have scored against them, and that game should have been, won by Udinese. But somehow they had the luck to hold on to a point. How is Hummels, Tankras? I think you're new to the channel. Subscribe kar lo yaar, Tanker. I have a Bundesliga video coming out soon. I see your profile picture is that of Thomas Muller. Um, and of course, you're asking about Hummels. So Hummels, unfortunately, did not have the best starts in Rome. Came quite, after the transfer window had ended, so he had some fitness issues. The manager who got him in got sacked. The manager who replaced him did not fancy him, and then the third manager in charge, Ranieri, finally gave him, the confidence. And after that, he's been playing really well. Unlike what Arun says, Hummels has been very integral to Ranieri's starting 11, and he's been playing almost every game when Ranieri has taken charge of Roma. You're right. Bologna has Champions League football. It was a good project for Sari. Perlo, yaar, Perlo was with Sampdoria earlier and he got sacked because Sampdoria were extremely poor. So I don't know, man. I mean, I feel that maybe he still needs to go to another Serie B or a lower Serie A club just to learn the ropes a bit and then take a big move somewhere else. So Perlo has got a long way to go in his coaching career. नहीं भाई, अभी यही लुक है मेरा थोड़ा टाइम के लिए, देखा जाएगा हम लोग. उदयनेसे ने डोमिनेट किया ही था वो गेम. दिस आई करेक्टेड अरुण, दैट्स नॉट द केस नाउ एनीमोर. Terzic, यार, I have a big issue with non-Italian managers coming to Rome, especially. Very very difficult environment to work in यार. And अगर आप फॉरेनर हो तो आप पागल हो जाओगे. लुइस एनरिके को देखो, एक साल में बुढ़ा हो गया वो. 1 year, aged him faster. And I think your comment was that, supporting Roma and Arsenal ages you faster. If you manage one of these clubs, you age faster as well. So definitely a decent move on paper, but in reality, the environment is extremely toxic. If you're not from Italy, uh, it's a new challenge for you. It takes a while for you to get adjusted. I'm not saying Terzic will not do well, but I think realistically, it would be an Italian manager at Roma. As a club legend, can you imagine De Rossi at any other club's manager? Barring Lazio, he can manage anywhere. you know, what was that meme where you're trading a pasta for a MacBook? That is what it is. What's up, 41? Yeah, the match was nuts, especially in the second half. Just, just when things were getting spicier. You had a red card, you had a penalty miss, and then you had a penalty shootout. So yeah, Guardiola return nahi hoga hai. There's no chance he's going to come back to Roma. Not even in my wildest dreams. Compared to Brian Cristante, he is. Roma are trading, 250 grams of pasta, Barilla pasta for a MacBook in this context. You have Nicolo Pisilli warming up. और कमेंट्स आते जाओ गाइस, और कमेंट्स ज़्यादा मजा आ रहा है ये. I want Ravi and Arun to engage in a proper battle. Footy Bunny, I'll not be watching the El Clasico, man. Unfortunately, I am a corporate slave. I have to head back to work tomorrow morning, and that means I have to wake up on time. My office is quite far from my place, so थोड़ा traveling बढ़ जाता है. मार्को रोनी का जो अपडेट आया, रियल मैड्रिड वर्सेस बार्सिलोना सुपर कोपा फाइनल लाइव, not watching unfortunately, but will keep tabs on the result obviously and watch highlights tomorrow. Yeah, there was a huge issue with Pep, man. He took a lot of bad substances, and then he randomly left Roma, went to Brescia, बहुत कुछ हुआ था. Pep's time in Italy was quite eventful, and then eventually he had to leave Italy. I think Arun, where did he go? Mexico or somewhere he went, right? After that, after his spell with Brescia, he left Europe basically. Mumbai traffic and Navi Mumbai traffic. My office is in Navi Mumbai technically. Last non-Italian manager worked, yeah, because Mourinho has worked in Italy before, man. He was born to work in Italy, and his time with Inter obviously, you know, has really helped him to understand. And he had some iconic moments with Inter also as the manager, if you remember. Arun would remember this, the way that he came out against the media. So Mourinho loves to take the media on, but after a while, even it gets to Mourinho as well. Yeah, he went to Qatar and then Mexico. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Qatar connection was there. Second half almost set to resume. Ranieri walking to the touchline. Calcio Church video on Torino helped me to develop a soft spot. I don't want to support Serie club. Supporting a club is definitely hectic, man. You have your favorite clubs, second, third clubs वैसे तो, but जो आपका first club है, जो आपका चहीता club है, वही सबसे ज़्यादा आपको दुख दर्द पीड़ा देता है, and sometimes few moments of joy. Footy Bunnies like, would love to see Dobbik score. Yeah, man. I mean, he had a half a chance to score actually. The ball was taken away from him. Second half is up and running. Dai Ragazzi, come on, get that goal. Oh, so this is the cathedral and the tower of the cathedral is a structure. That's the beauty of the Renato dell'Ara, the stadium, one of the most iconic landmarks in Bologna. And I'm happy that they've kept the stadium. They've given that look to the stadium. Even now, modern stadiums are a bit soulless. So I hope that they can build around this and just maintain the old structures. So iconic stadium for sure, and a good city to visit, Bologna, especially if you like, Italian cuisine, one of the most diverse foods. Spaghetti bolognese तो है ही, जो रागू जो आपको बोलोनिया में मिलता है, but otherwise you have a lot of meat cut varieties in Bologna which are very very famous. And if you're into that culinary experience, definitely go to Bologna, one of the most underrated cities in Italy for food. So yeah, Bologna तो वो है. Pordenone no longer exists. My God, club must have folded, man. I feel bad for them. Serie D and lower leagues in Italy are extremely tough to sustain here. I think England do a far better job in keeping non-league clubs in that aspect. So this is an issue because um, in Italy, none of the clubs actually own their stadiums, barring Atalanta, Juve, Udinese. So you can't really have a say. You can't really develop the stadium. It is owned by the city councils. So just Rome ka Olimpico is a multi-sport stadium. They have rugby also apart from athletics. So yeah, you can't really do anything about the athletic tracks around it. The only solution is to build a new stadium. But Italy ka jo corruption and red tape and bureaucracy hai, is very much like what you see in India, Nigeria, any other country. Lot of issues. And here's Paredes who gives the ball away but redeems himself immediately over there. Almost an unforced error from Roma. Here comes Manu Kone. The ball wins a throw in. Paredes almost giving a moment of concern for Roma fans. GXR did a good job here. Hey, Pratham, thanks so much, man. Thank you so much. And commiserations on your loss to United. Just saw the shootout, but thanks. And do subscribe and do hit subscribe to Calcio Church as well, because that is for, as Arun said, it is more for the generic Italian football discussion. But yeah, subscribe to both channels and do watch all the content, man. They got relegated from Serie B to Serie C, and the owner folded because of a shameful. Hi, Alice. These eccentric owners are only found in Italy. Free kick to Roma though. Paredes and Dybala standing over it. Paredes with a good ball. Skorupski with both his hands as Manu Kone. Oof. The ball was hit with some venom and some force by Manu Kone. Almost comes back. Always going away, but good hands from Skorupski. Yeah, ISL में बहुत सारे लोग आए. Milan UA highlights today. Mutu, Trezeguet, Del Piero, Zamrota, even Nesta Materazzi eventually came to the ISL. Uh, जीत गए. United fan, hope you remember me. I pumped up. Very good, Atreya. Congratulations, man. Good for you. Yeah, I saw this. They were playing Tamsworth, and they had a British Indian goalkeeper, some Jaspreet Singh कोई तो था वो. Here's Dobik, half a chance for Dobik. Salamakos, Paredes, back to Salamakos. Decent ball out to Mancini. Mancini's cross in the box as Bologna cleared the ball away. As Paredes once again trying to launch and shoot, but giving away possession. Here come Bologna with Dominguez on the ball. It's a 3v2 as Paredes comes and tackles and wins the ball back. Bologna on the counter this time, coming at full pace, full throttle. Dominguez, very, very tricky player. Very, very difficult save. And Serie B is a very difficult league to get out of. Yeah, Nesta came to ISL. Zona Mista, so very eccentric footballer was involved. Arun is just, taking up the ultimate challenge. And Serie B is very difficult to get out of. Very difficult league. Nesta played in ISL. Yep, yep. And Materazzi was player manager also, I remember, alongside Abhishek Bachchan. काफी times he was player manager and director also, because whenever he was not playing or he was not fit, he used to sit alongside Abhishek Bachchan. Materazzi, that is. Ooh. The ball trickles into Milis Villa's hands. And Deka to Swilar. Roma once again with that patient build up, asking Bologna to come and press them, inviting them. Here come Bologna, who win the ball almost immediately on cue. Still no changes from both teams, and I see still no change in tactics from either managers, sticking to what they were doing in the first half. And the ball has gone out of play. Goal kick for Roma. Good old days when Spal, Benevento, Palermo, Catania, etc. were there in Serie A. Yeah, of course, Spal Benevento more recently, Palermo, Catania, Messina, a little bit further back on in the good old days. 78, 79, Perugia finished second while being unbeaten. UA seemed to be on track. yeah, Perugia. पेरूजिया का तो बहुत अलग अलग स्टोरी भी है, उसके ऊपर एक वीडियो बनता ही है. But here come Bologna on the attack, and Roma once again thwart their threat, but a long distance shot which is easily saved by Swilar came from way too far. Steven Mendoza was his first ISL star. Hmm. I feel that Sassuolo will come back. Yeah, Sassuolo and Pisa look like favorites to come back automatically. Sassuolo reminds me of Deserbi. समर में ले लो उसको, भाई नहीं चाहिए डेजर्बी यार. Plays good football, but आदमी कैसा है? Yes, Perugia did fire the South Korean because he scored against Italy, and of course, then Perugia went on to also sign the famous son of Gaddafi, the dictator Gaddafi of Libya, and even he didn't play a single game, and he was further banned because they found a banned substance in his drug test. Roma get the ball out. Here's Pellegrini trying to launch a counter for Roma. No legs, but Roma have to go back. Here's Dobic. Once again, decent play from Dobic, bringing in Dybala, but Dybala, yaar, ball really got stuck on his foot. A good ball from Dobic. A decent cross into the box from Bologna, from Endoy. Here's Freuler. And the ball goes out of play. Serie is wild. Yeah, Serie was wild. Gaddafi's son was playing. He was employed by Perugia, who also had this guy. That is what uh, Perugia were doing back in the day. Serie was definitely wild back in the day यार, बहुत ही इतने सारे कहानियां हैं. Good hold up play अब तक पूरे गेम में. टॉपिक Baldanzi can be integrated. Yeah, that's what I said. Probably half time में I would like to see Baldanzi come on. I think he will do well. Probably for Pellegrini, I think I'll do that. I'll bring Baldanzi on for Pellegrini because uh, he can bring in those pacey transitions, especially in the counter attack. So I think it's a good shout. And Dobic so far has done really well. But I just hope that he gets at the end of one chance. Here's Dan and Doy. And that's oof. That shot had no power. Simple enough save for uh Miles Vilar. That was a shot from Remo Freuler trying to find the top bin, but did not get enough behind it. Simples are save for Miles Vilar. Routine work for him so far. I just hope कि ऐसे ही saves करते रहे. कुछ ज़्यादा दिक्कत वाला save नहीं आए स्वीलार को. Decent touch from Paredes. Yes, Pellegrini. Good ball out from him to Manu Kone, who can find Salamakers, who's got some space to run. Yes, Salamakers cutting in with the left foot, and that's a goal. Salamakers! Come on! Alexis doesn't celebrate against his old club, but I do. Finally, finally, Salamakers has broken the deadlock once again. It's a mistake from Skorupski. The ball just trickled past him, and Roma get an all-important goal away at Bologna. And it is Alexis Salamakers who scored in back-to-back games, scored the second goal against Lazio in the derby. Again, very decent play. Bologna losing the ball, quick passing, nice switch of play from Pellegrini, finding Kone who wants Salamakers, and Salamakers cutting in with his left. Oh, and the ball just squirm past Korupski. He should have done better. Ball आया था and just got fingertips to it, but it is a goal for Roma. So goal for Salamakers was refused to celebrate against his old club. Quite a classy gesture from him. Roma go 1-0 up. Yeah, this is correct. He's on loan right now. Sampdoria will not. They're not in a good position right now to get promoted, man. आर्नल्ड शिवाजी नगर भाई कैसे हो कसा काय बरा है शिवाजी पार्कचा तुम्ही मुलगा आहे का आर्नल्ड शिवाजी नगर आई बाय माय जर्सीज फ्रॉम अ कपल ऑफ वेंडर्स इंस्टाग्राम में हिट अप कर ले अजय रवि मैनन मैं तेरे को लिंक्स भेज देता हूँ ये तो खैर ये इटली से आया था ये वाला जर्सी जो है ये इटली से आया था बट अदरवाइज आई हैव अ कपल ऑफ वेंडर्स इंस्टाग्राम में हिट अप कर ले आई गिव यू द लिंक्स गोल फॉर सालामाकस yeah, US Tabia, Arun is playing right back these days. He's been converted from a right winger to a right back. So yeah, the puns sometimes write themselves, don't they? It is a goal for Salamakers, goal for Roma. Brilliant retrieval from Kone in midfield. Yeah, Kone was the guy who's quite instrumental. Fair play to Pellegrini also, and overall a good team move. Here come Roma again. Yes, Angelino finds Dobic. Dobic cutting in, has a space. Oh, has some space, but shot is blocked. As Bologna this time breakaway, it is a 4v3 counter. Here's Endoy, Hummels goes past him. It's a chance, and oh, it's gone in. It's gone in. Bologna have equalized. Bologna have equalized. I think it's Zalinga who scored. It is 1-all. Salamakers basically losing the ball, and Roma unable to get the men behind the ball. There it is. Salamakers and Paredes. Good break from Dominguez. I told you Dominguez is a very, very tricky customer. It was 4v3 and Doy, and once again Swilar getting his hand to it, but getting his feet to it, but the ball just had too much of power, just went in. Paredes was on the line trying to block it, but it is an equalizer for Bologna. 1-all. 1-all in the game. आई फील एक और गोल आने वाला है Yeah, you're right. Dominguez has been really good in the counters. Very very tricky customer. एक और गोल आएगा. Even I believe another goal would come. This is what I want. Ravi and Arun engaging in some chatter in the comment section. For a while, I thought Ravi and Arun were the same person, but no, you guys are two separate entities. Corner well defended by Roma. Bologna players asking for something. That's a penalty that's been given. No, 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 no chance. The ref has pointed to the spot. No, what was it for? Was it a foul? Pellegrini? Nah, come on, man. Come on. How can you give that as a pen? Way. He was not even nowhere close to the action. Phew, no chance. Never a penalty, man. Never a penalty. कहाँ पे? And Swilar is already getting into the no chance, no chance. VR check is in progress, thankfully. The penalty has been given. How? But how is it a handball? How? How is that even a hand? What a stupid penalty to give. Seriously? Wow. Never a penalty, man. Never a penalty. Huh. No, no, no chance. Never a handball from Manu Kone. Yaar. How can you give that as a handball? Horrible decision. Horrible decision, man. Anyway, still some time to go in this game. Here come Bologna again, but defended well by Angelino. Dybala. Once again, the ref not interested to hear any goals from any Roma player right now. Bologna with an advantage 2-1. Roma need to respond big time. Finally, the referee calls a foul on Dybala. I don't think so. He needs to change to a back four. Quite an unfortunate goal to concede, really, to be honest. Both the goals, never a penalty in my books. How can you give it a handball on, a player trying to jump and, defend a corner? Unreal, unreal. Orsolini has been brought on instead of Endoy for Bologna. Is Paredes. Roma look to respond. Dybala to Dobbik. Salamakos is fouled. So free kick to Roma. And that should have been a yellow card on Louis Ferguson. to be honest, not allowing Salamakers to get up and take a quick free kick, but instead it is Dybala on the ball now. Paredes, good ball when Hummels jumping for it should be a goal kick, but I think it just jumped a bit too early. Mats Hummels, ball goes out in touch. It's a goal kick for Bologna. Half a chance though for Roma. Last touch was from Hummels. This is a good question. Who would he take as manager for next season? Amongst all the names available, uh, probably at this point of time, probably give me Mad Max Allegri, man. It's okay. Play his haram ball. Roma need a bit of discipline. As Angelino is fouled by Riccardo Orsolini, who goes on into the referee's book. Oof. Wait, why is Di Francesco बोल रहा हूँ. Why is Italiano complaining about that? It's a legitimate foul. Dybala with the box cleared away. Paredes tried to put the ball back in, but potentially another counter for Bologna. This could be trouble. Here's Orsolini. He'll cut onto his left. We all know that, and Orsolini hit it straight to Svilar. That was a golden chance for Bologna to kill off the game, and they have missed it. They missed their golden ticket. That could be costly for them. Here's Dobic. Game is end to end now. एकदम stretch हो चुका है. It's end to end football. Both teams trying to find that one goal that could make the difference. Bologna scored, they win this game. Roma score, they're back into this game. Ranieri should be looking at the subs right now. 70th minute हो चुका है, 20 मिनट बाकी है. I think this is a good time to bring in a pair of substitutes, fresh legs, maybe in the form of Baldanzi, maybe in the form of an El Sharawi. Here's Bologna with the ball. Here's Odegaard to Orsolini. Orsolini tried to squeeze away past the Roma defense, but trying to find a nutmeg between Angelino and Endika. This was a chance, though. What a chance for Bologna. 3v1 and Orsolini वही करने लेफ्ट फुट पे ही कट इन करने वाला था and Svilar was very well placed. Easy catch for him. But that should have been buried by Bologna. That would have been game set match. Odegaard beauty first touch by Arun. Here's Orsolini. Defended well by Paredes, who wins a throw in for Roma. Nicolo Pesili is coming on. It looks like. I should also see that should be the end of Pellegrini, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Dybala, Manukone, Pellegrini, Salamakers with the cross in the box, but defended by Lukumi, and that is a corner for Roma. Roma need to score right now to get back into the game. And Zeki Celik is coming on for Salamakers mostly. Dybala's corner is straight to Skorupski. Disappointing corner. Roma have been disappointing on set pieces this evening. As a decent throw from Skorupski, directly launching an Atlanta counter attack. Orsolini with some space. 1v1 versus Angelino. Cutting in, left foot. Going back to Lewis Ferguson. Bologna still attacking. Is Dominguez all the way to Miranda, and that will be Swilar's ball to take. Swilar trying to launch a quick counter. Here's Paredes. Pellegrini. Angelino. Dobik's flick on. Found no one. Decent flick on though from Dobik. But unable to find a Roma teammate. Why not Saud? Celik is more defensive. That's true. Maybe that's a point. But I think Saud just doesn't have that match experience at this level. That is why. It's also Dini. Oof. Suila just tipped that shot over. Bologna with that patient build up at decent shot from outside the box, and Swilar with a one-handed tip over the bar over there. It was Odegaard, if I'm not mistaken, with that left-footed shot, and decent save from Mile Swilar. Who is number 16? कौन किसमें? रोमा में कि बोलोनिया में? Paredes is our number 16. I don't think so. Sule is going to come on, man. The more time goes on, advantage Bologna, because they will have that counter. Dalinga gets a yellow. And that should be the Roma changes. Oh, the ball almost had gone out of play. But Dalinga just. Hummels is off. Zeki Celik is on. El Sharawi is on. So it looks like Celik will play right centre back. Pellegrini is off. Paredes is off as well. You have El Sharawi, Nicolo Pisili, and Zeki Celik. Pisili will play in the middle. Three-man midfield is what he's saying to Manu Kone. And two up front. From the way that he was saying, do kar raha tha, will be Dybala, Dobic up top, three-man midfield. Zeki Celik will slot in as a left wing back, right wing back, sorry, right centre back. My bad. And El Sharawi will be there, just roaming around. Castro is on. I was expecting Castro to start. Castro is one of not Fidel Castro, man. क्या बात करें? इतने भी you know क्या बोलते हैं, कंट्रोवर्शियल फिगर सेरिया में खेलते नहीं है, मतलब उनके फैमिली मेंबर्स। एंजेलिनो looks like a back four, to be honest, the way that Ranieri has set it up. El Sharawi is playing on the left. Looks like a 4-4-2 from Ranieri. Last 10 minutes of play. Ball with Bologna. I think who would be shading the possession. Skorupski just launches the ball. Decent header by Angelino, but the chance has almost opening up to Orsolini. Yeah, Mehdi, you're right. It is a 4-4-2, like I mentioned. El Sharawi playing on the left. Salamakers has gone to the right. Dybala Dobic through the middle. Swilar slipping but getting his kick away. Dobic holds up the ball really well, but unfortunately unable to retain the ball. Here come Bologna on the counter. Orsolini will get there this time. Keeps the ball in play. 1v1 versus Angelino. And that is well won by the Roma midfield. Pisilli, I think it was, but once again, Roma unable to take advantage. Bologna looking for that one goal that'll kill off the game. Roma looking for a way to come back. Decent throw in, and the ball just trickled away for a goal kick. काफी से throw in था यार, almost Stoke City like throw in, but nevertheless, goal kick for Roma. Schwiler hits it long, and the referee giving a free kick to Bologna. I think Salamakers was a bit late on Miranda. Mehdi, good to know that you're Romanista. Italiano does get a lot of points against Roma though, unknowingly, which is why I don't like him. Bologna don't sit back. Italiano doesn't sit back. Cost him two Conference League finals because of that. Especially to El Sharawi. Once again, Bologna defended very well. Roma unable to make anything of that move. El Sharawi from the bench. And that should be a yellow for a high boot. Nah, not a high boot by Odegaard over there. Just a collision. I think the ref, yeah, not given. Ref just gave a warning. थोड़ा सा controversial refereeing man in this game. That penalty was never a pen for me. Never a handball on Manu Kone. And that is the difference between both the teams. Especially trying to bring some energy into the midfield. But once again, Remo Freuler with that experience behind him dispossesses him very easily. And it looks like it's going to be Tomaso Baldanzi and Nikola Zalewski coming on for Roma. Last throw of the dice for Ranieri. Literally last throw of the dice. Paulo Dybala is off. On comes Tommaso Baldanzi in his place. And it should be Alexis Salamakos who would be going off for Nikola Zalewski. Last throw of the dice from Ranieri and Roma as Roma try to salvage at least a point away in Bologna. Currently 2-1 up. Bologna that are. Dobik's first touch not that great. Trying to bring Zalewski into play, but did not work over there. We absolutely are going into the last 6 minutes of this game, as it is Bologna still with the initiative, with the ball. Roma looking to still play on the counter attack. And ये plan unfortunately अब तक has not really worked out. डर ये भी है कि अगर रोमा काउंटर करेगी एंड इफ दे कमिट अ लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स up top, that would open up a lot of space for the Bologna players to score a third goal and effectively kill off the game. And we've seen that they missed a couple of opportunities, Bologna, to really kill off the game. Roma still in the game because of that. Need the players to thoda sa get behind and show some energy. Last 5 minutes of the game. Pesiri does well. The referee waves play on. Bologna there is done, but Roma will play, continue playing. They have no incentive to stop. Here's Tommaso Baldanzi getting into the box, overruns it a bit. No foul given, and that's a chance. And has that gone in? No, no, it's not gone in. Lukumi goes down. Baldanzi just overrunning it a bit, and then catching Remo Freuler, who goes down quite easily. And then Lukumi defending that. Brave defending from Lukumi. Orsolini also going down earlier, but and staying down. Ealing Jr. is coming on for Bologna. Ball allowed to bounce in the box, but Svilar eventually comes and claims it. Roma need to launch it into Bologna's box, which Mancini eventually does. The ball needs to be over there in that half, as Dobic looks like he's straight offside, but no flag from the referee. Now the flag has been raised for offside. Looked off, Artem Dobic. Bologna has got a very good kit. Everyone loved it, even in kit rating stream of Serie of Calcio Chacha. Yeah, you're right. Even the away kit is good, and the third kit, which is a black kit, which they wore against Liverpool, is also a decent kit. Posh is coming on. And Samuel Illing Jr. is coming on as well. Home goes, and Dominguez goes off. Last 2 minutes for Roma. Can they get something from this game? At least a point. कुछ तो धमाकेदार होने वाला लास्ट आई नो कितने मिनट्स आने वाले हैं एडेड ऑन बट एटलीस्ट एक 3-4 मिनट तो आने वाला है I feel that there's one more goal in this game. It could go either way. It could go Roma's way or it could go Bologna's way. I just feel there's another goal in this game that's there. Manu Kone, can he do something? Goes all the way back to Angelino. Manu Kone again. Roma looking for some magic from the French midfielder as he is held off by Bologna and the ref still allowing you specially. Ball is a bit too heavy and it's a throw in for Bologna. Pisilli just overhitting that ball. He could have taken a shot. He had the chance. Zeki Chalik वही बोल रहा है कि slow it down, slow it down. It's a throw in for Bologna though. Manu Kone going at it with Louis Ferguson. Ferguson bringing Kone down and then trying to hold off Pisilli. Pisilli did very well. Here come Bologna on the counter. That's Castro trying to find Orsolini. And Orsolini cutting down his left foot, but once again they win a corner though. Bologna. 4 minutes added on. Yeah, like I predicted last 3 to 4 minutes तो बनता ही है गेम में एंड जिस तरीके से गेम जा रहा है द थर्ड गोल माइट कम जस्ट फॉर बोलोनिया Lewis Ferguson. Castro battling it out, but once again the ball is in Roma's half. It should be in Bologna's half for that equalizer. Finally, Roma win a throw in. The ball boys have gone off. Angelino going and retrieving that ball, unfortunately unable to put it into Bologna's territory, and Dobic unable to bring the ball down, and it's back with Bologna. Is Ealing Jr. to Castro as Manu Kone tries to ride the challenge, wins a free kick for Roma, and finally Roma get the ball back. But 2 minutes of stoppage time have already been played. Dobic unable to get onto the end of that ball. Endika. It is a throw in for Roma, and I think this is going to be a long throw in from Zeki Celik. He does have the ability to throw long, and it is a long throw in, and it is a corner for Roma. लास्ट चांस सलून फॉर रोमा दिस इज इट अगर ये चांस से कुछ रोमा कर पाए तो ठीक अदरवाइज इट्स ऑल ओवर another live stream another loss this one was quite undeserving the second goal then definitely as Baldanzi with the corner Endika trying to flick on that should be a still in the box Dobic and the ball has gone out. And Roma asking for a penalty. Gianluca Mancini quite vocal about it. Ivan Endika as well. Let's see क्या हुआ in the box. It was Mancini actually with the shot, with the left foot shot. I thought it was Dobic. That should be a handball to be fair. अगर रेफ ने रोमा का हैंडबॉल दिया तो ये तो काफी क्लियर हैंडबॉल था. Mancini gets a yellow for dissent as the referee. Mancini is still on. VAR check is in progress. That should be a penalty to be fair for Roma. The ref is going to the monitor. Lukumi gets a yellow card. Referee has really not controlled this game here. He's really lost control of the game. Not a best night for officiating, but the VAR check is still on. The ref goes to the monitor to check. The hand is in an unnatural position. From Lukumi only, it was Endika's flick, and that should be enough evidence, in my opinion, for a penalty to be given. And it is a pen for Roma. It is a pen. It is a pen. And slightly deserving, though, in my opinion. थोड़ा सा एक injustice था towards the first to the penalty that was awarded by the ref for Bologna and Kher. It's a penalty, and despite all the complaints, it's a penalty, and it's Artem Dobik who's got the ball in hand. The big Ukrainian forward trying to find a late goal, an equalizer for Roma on the night. Artem Dobik versus Lukas Skorupski, ex-Roma goalkeeper against Roma. Artem Dobik doesn't inspire me, to be honest, because I would have wanted Dybala or Pellegrini to be on the pitch, but they aren't there. But Dobik is the number 9, and he's trying to place the ball first on the penalty spot against Lukas Skorupski, hoping and praying that he scores. Dobik, 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 Dobik versus Skorupski. Mancini is still. What is Mancini doing, man, with Lewis Ferguson? They're still arguing and chatting with the referee. This is the longest wait, man. Just blow the whistle and let Dobik take the penalty. Ref, khatam karo. Sara drama baji. Ranieri is stoic as usual. The ref blows the whistle. Here comes Dobik, and Dobik does score. 2-all. Roma with a late equalizer. Deservedly so. I told you there's another goal in this game, and thankfully it has come for Roma. I think the ref has blown for full time, if I'm not mistaken. Skorupski just committing, and Dobik just waited till the last minute, and he just aram se slotted it home. He saw Skorupski committing to a side, and uske baad to quite a easy finish. Roma getting an equalizer, and the ref has blown the whistle for full time, so it is a 2-all draw here at the Renato Dell'Ara point shed between Bologna and Roma. Lukumi still kind of disappointed by that pen. He felt कि शायद वो penalty था नहीं, but the way that the referee gave both the penalties, I think it's a fair assessment that he saw both these pens were pens in his eyes. So ठीक है, 2-2 चलो, हारा हारे तो नहीं, एक डेफिनेट डिफरेंस है between Ivan Juric's Roma and of course Ranieri's spell over here. Finally, not losing against an Italiano team. It's been a while since Roma um, came out with that kind of performance. Not the best in the game, always second best, but that was what was expected from Bologna and Roma. Bologna expected to keep the ball far more, and Roma just waiting to sit back and play on the counter. And Dobik's penalty rescuing a late point over there. Artem Dobik, let's go. Mancini बहुत बोलता ही है because a very old school Italian defender. Adaxtum in the house. Iranio getting sacked. Lukumi, yeah, was still annoyed. He went directly back. And Swiggy is asking me, rate the goal by IS Roma. Absolute beauty, solid play, not bad, lucky. Order food on Swiggy. वाह, ये अपना GXR and Swiggy का पार्टनरशिप है. हाँ man, finally happy again. Finally happy again. Did not deserve to lose this game. और एक और लाइव स्ट्रीम लाइव वॉच अलॉन्ग में एक और डिफीट आता ना तो यार. Lukumi and Manu Kone, two of my favorite players conceding penalties poetic. To be fair, especially for Manu Kone, a case had to be made कि यार वो penalty था नहीं यार. It was too close to his body and on a corner as well. And in the same breath, I would even say Lukumi's, but in the modern day, यार ऐसे छोटे छोटे बातों में पेनल्टी मिल जाता है. The handball rule is so open to interpretation now. But yeah, open-ended game was absolutely end-to-end. Yeah, especially towards the end, it really got stretched. Would have been happier if it was safe, but fair play. I like Dobbik, so it's okay. Thank you, Arun. Thanks for coming in, man. As usual, having you was a lot of fun in the watch alongs. You and Ravi can really get along well, man. I think you all need to interact a bit more. And you can guide him. He's just 22, 23 years of age. An Arsenal fan has started watching Serie A. तो तू उसको थोड़ा help कर to give your pass on your knowledge of Serie A to him. Uh, let's see, man. I mean, Shivam, a long way to go for Roma. I think a point away to Bologna. Had you given me this and a derby win, I would have taken it because a derby win was much required. But yeah, someone by in the house. Our attempt to get penalty cool as a cucumber. To be fair, I was thoda sa had my nerves, my doubts about him, but he really took a good penalty, man. And I don't remember seeing his highlight package at Girona when he was taking penalties, but that's a good penalty. Yesterday's derby handball, it was a handball in my opinion. It was a handball, the Torino UA game. Yeah, man. The refereeing was subpar in this game. Let's be honest. I think the referee lost control of the game quite early. Thanks, Shivam. Thanks for coming in, as always, and take care and have a good day tomorrow as well. Yeah, no Dybala, Pellegrini, or Paredes. That's true. But a number 9 has to step up. Lewis Ferguson gets the player of the match. Good player, to be honest. Unlucky to have missed out, for a long period of time with that ACL injury. And yeah, that's true. Just the referee had to make up for his error. So I think that's why I told you, Arun, कि एक और goal आने वाला है. I could sense a goal was coming. I was just hoping that it's not a Ricardo Orsolini goal on the counter because I've seen that happening. And luckily, Orsolini was quite off his game today. He had a you know uh, really great chance to bury the game and make it 3-1 to Bologna, but he hit the shot directly to Swilar. So that miss eventually proving costly for Bologna as Roma eventually coming back to get a point. And Adaxtum, Bonanote, thanks so much for joining in. Skorupski has not on beast mode today. Yeah, actually, yeah, Skorupski otherwise channels his inner, Gigi Buffon, inner Oliver Kahn, inner Lev Yashin against Roma. But today he was Skorupski, so that was good. Third best keeper this season in Serie after Sommer and Mania. Yeah, I think this is a fair shout here, Arun. I really even Mike Monyon, despite his mistake, he's up there. I would say these are I would say some of the good keepers. Vanya has been very instrumental for Torino single-handedly also this year. But otherwise, the Di Gregorio craze is over, and Alex Meret को तो कभी था ही नहीं. Provedel also had a purple patch in between, but he's not been that great for Lazio. De Gea obviously started really well, but now has really come down from those levels. Not been consistent enough, but yeah, overall I think this is a fair shout. Yeah, Mike overall, yes, this season Mike has dropped very much. Yesterday, yeah, even yesterday he could have saved it. Yeah, but Mike Monyon, otherwise definitely I would say, barring a few performances here or there. Last season, though, he was on beast mode. This season, not up to the last season standards, but I would say still say top five in Serie A, yeah, easily. DDG and Mile top two. Sommer and Mike overall best, but Sommer has been miles better one. Yeah, but that's also there that Sommer also plays with a very mean defense there. So good keeper obviously, but Inter's defense is probably the defense to beat in Italy. So a goalkeeper as well, when he plays with better defenders, definitely produces better performances also. So overall, I'm not disputing you, but I'm just like, man, Inter ka defense jo is very leaky. Yeah, I know, but still, when it matters, Inter do show up. So three versus Milan, four, yeah, those freak shows of games. So yeah, two freak shows you had already. One's against Juve and one's against Milan in the Super Cup. Lot of injuries otherwise. You have your first team and that defense is airtight. So many injuries for Inter. UA with all those draws. Yeah, but let's not look at the table, someone. There is no point in looking at the table right now. I would rather want Roma to finish maybe outside of the European spots if we don't get a Europa League. It's the only way. I don't want to play Conference League football again. Turati is a good keeper. Falcone of Lecce as well. Yeah, that's also there. Yeah, injury issues is there. Pisili and Baldanzi were only showing courage last 5 minutes. You're right. That's why they were brought on. I think they should have been brought on the 70th minute mark, especially Baldanzi, because वो pace लेके आता है. He injects that pace, and especially that's needed in the counters. So Pisili, obviously, man, the boy bleeds for Roma, bleeds Giallorosso. So he always puts in that performance. And this was again at a time when Roma needed to come back from a 2-1 deficit. So yeah, just looking at the results so far, Lazio 1, Como 1, correctly predicted. Empoli 1, Lecce 3, Udinese 0-0 against Atalanta, Torino, Juve 1-1, Milan, Cagliari 1-1, Genoa 1-0 to Parma, Venezia beaten at home by Inter. And then, of course, you had Bologna and Roma in this 2-all draw. It is Napoli versus Hellas Verona next, and Monza versus Fiorentina on Monday night. Most likely, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia has played his last game for Napoli. Dekha jayega if he's part of the team tonight, but it looks like it's Arrivederci for him. Roma still 10th on the table, 2 points behind Udinese and 4 points behind Milan, but Milan have 2 games in hand. And Genoa right behind Roma. It's Roma Genoa next. Torino 12th. And in the bottom, you have Monza relegated almost to the foot of the table from the start of the season. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Last few comments, and even I'm off. A lot of injury worries for Inter. Sole Iturbe 2.2. Give it time, someone. थोड़ा उसको time दे. He will do well. just give it time. I think Iturbe had a very promising start to his Roma career, but eventually it faded out. Sule, unfortunately, um, three managers, man. What can you do? You really can't expect a player to adjust from from that. But I'm just hoping that it's not Iturbe 2.0. I really hope it doesn't end up like that. Ranieri doesn't like Sule and Baldanzi. Baldanzi, he definitely gives a chance, but Sule, so at this point of time, is not in Ranieri's plans. But it's most likely there'll be a new manager in the summer. So let's see if Sule is in favor with the new manager. I predicted top six for Torino. One only struggled with injury and Cairo. That's true. That's why I never gave them a chance because I knew that Urbana Cairo will have all these issues. Um, Surprise package so far have definitely been Fiorentina, who exceeded everyone's expectation, and Lazio as well to some extent. But yeah, with Torino, you just feel a bit sorry for them, man, with the whole ownership and the injury issues that Banoli has had to face this year. But yeah, that's it for tonight, boys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, like the stream, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Sabun, we will do a Fratesi stream later because इस पे अगर बात करेंगे तो we'll have a proper discussion, and I want Calcio Chacha के other members also to be there to discuss on this. So we'll take this in next week. But that's it for tonight. And watch the other videos. I have a very special video on the legendary Bolton Wanderers team coming. So if you're an English football fan, stay tuned for that video. It's going to come out next week. And I'll also be traveling next week. So today streams में मैं regular नहीं रहूँगा, but I'll try to keep the comment coming as much as I can. But that's it for tonight. Ciao, ciao once again. Arrivederci. And sempre, sempre. Forza Roma. Ciao, ciao.